Hi, I'm Steve Lagerstrom, Corporate Product Specialist with the Park Place Dealerships, and today we're going to look at the 2014 redesigned Porsche Panamera. Now the Panamera debuted as a 2010 model, so this is sort of a middle-of-the-run refresh, if you will, but they've really done a great job of making the vehicle look sleeker, more athletic, and more muscular all at the same time. Car and Driver noted that with its 911 inspired nose, the Panamera stands out in a sea of sedan sameness, and this car really does. Some of the most significant changes that occur in the Panamera for 2014 are right here at the back of the car. So they've done a number of different things. One of them is to take the license plate holder and move it down below the back end line of the vehicle. The tail lights have been reconfigured, so again they look sleeker, more aerodynamic. You've got a spoiler back here that deploys at different speeds. The way you open the rear hatch on the Panamera has also changed this year. They've taken the little lift that used to exist last year and replaced it with a concealed button right here in the back glass. So one touch of it opens it up. You've got a power opener and closer. You've got a huge storage area back here, and there's some really nice net dividers over here on the side that keep your groceries secure so they're not bouncing around the back end of your Panamera. With a few minor design enhancements, Porsche's managed to make what was already a beautiful front end of the Panamera look even more aggressive. So how do they do that? Well, the lines on the hood are sharper than they had been in the previous generation. They've reshaped the headlights. They've also created larger air intakes, and all of that gives the car the effect of looking like it's going fast while it's sitting still like it is now. Of course, there's several different versions of the Panamera. This is the standard Panamera. It's the one that I drove this week. There's also a Panamera S, there's a GTS, and then the granddaddy of all the Panameras, the Turbo. This one has a 3.6 liter V6 engine that generates 310 horsepower. That's a 10 horsepower increase from the 2013 model. The vehicle also generates 295 foot-pounds of torque, and what that does is move this big vehicle from 0 to 60 in about 6 seconds. The thing that I noticed about this engine when driving it, it's a very smooth shifting engine. It's paired with an 8-speed gearbox. If you want this thing to be a performance vehicle, you can put it in the sport mode. It's going to change your shift points a little bit, holds the gears a little bit longer, stiffens up your suspension, and it really gives you more of a 911 feel. But if you want to just drive it like a normal sedan, it's anything but a normal sedan, but it certainly feels very comfortable on the road, especially for a Porsche. The cabin of the Panamera is vintage Porsche. It's very functional, beautiful by its design, but it's also got a lot of space. I was astounded by how much legroom, hip room, and headroom there is inside of the vehicle. And the way that they configure the dash, it's swept back like it is in other Porsche models, which creates the feeling of a lot more interior space than maybe really exists in the car. Whether or not it's an optical illusion, it feels big on the inside of this cabin. After driving the 911 a week or two ago, I got into the Panamera not really expecting to be able to replicate that experience, but the Panamera really felt a lot like a big 911 as it's cornering. It has that Porsche DNA, the way that it corners. It feels like the car is somehow stuck to the road while at the same time being extremely quick through the turns. I had a lot of fun in this vehicle putting it in the manual mode and then doing the shifts when I wanted to do the shifts versus when the car decided to shift. I would say that the feeling of control is one of the primary feelings that you get. Obviously there's exhilaration, big smile factor on this car, but you never feel like you're out of control in this vehicle. And it really is a phenomenally handling big sedan. Everything on this car is very ergonomic. The controls are right where they should be. It's easy to understand. It's very logically laid out, which for a car with this many features on it, it is very comforting. If this video has you wanting more information on the Panamera, or any Porsche for that matter, please contact us at parkplace.com, or you can swing by the showroom at 6113 Lemon Avenue. It's definitely worth the trip.